Hi, I'm New York State Senator Eric Adams, representing the district. Beside me, around me, are various anti-violent community groups, organizations, and young people that will also make a brief comment on the statement by the police commissioner. Police Commissioner Kelly's comments were disgusting. He has wedded himself to a failing police policy of harassing innocent young people. Now he's attempting to divorce himself from the failing results. That is not the answer. You cannot distract. For 10 years we stated stop and frisk of innocent people is not the policy to bring down crime. For 10 years. And now we see the fruits of that failing labor that's rooted in treating young people unfairly. The reason young people are not participating on a wide scale in telling police their knowledge of criminal behavior because officer friendly has turned into officer enemy. And young people don't feel safe anymore around the police officers who want to serve and protect them. All of the police unions have stated this is not the right thing to do, that we need to do a better job. The largest union, the PPA, has stated we can do a better job. The police department is better than what we have seen for 10 years. 700,000 innocent young people were stopped last year, and we're still seeing an over-proliferation of handguns on our street. What is it going to take before the commissioner understands? Don't point the finger at innocent people that want to partner with him. Let's go out and get the people who are pointing handguns at innocent people. That's what this is about. And so what I would like to do, since he is out of touch and don't realize what these groups are doing every day, I'm going to deliver an invite to him to walk with me through Brownsville, South Jamaica, Rockaway, Harlem, and all parts of the city that's dealing with crime, and see these everyday faces that are on the street every night, all night. And what we have done to them is wrong. We have starved them of resources. They're using their own funds and financial means to do the services that we should provide them with the resources to carry out. When we funded Operation Snug, guns spelled backwards, to SOS and Man Up and other organizations throughout the city, in the catchment area that we funded these organizations on the state level, you saw a substantial decrease in gun violence. The numbers don't lie. After we defunded them, you saw an increase in gun violence. We have closed youth centers. Brand new centers are in Rockaway, Brownsville, and public housing developments, with chains on the doors, shiny new chairs that children can't go in and play in. We don't open our schools so after school children can use the swimming pools and classrooms. We put them on the poor man's lounge, the street corner, and expect them to learn something by doing so. So what he failed to point out in his communication and his lie yesterday was the fact that we have not done our job of ensuring that resources go to local organizations and local CBOs. That's the problem that's preventing us to deal with this issue of violence. It's not black politicians. For him to attempt to racially divide the city based on passion of dealing with violence is the wrong thing to do for an everyday citizen, and it's even more draconian and bad for it to be done by a commissioner of the city of New York. He is the police commissioner, and he needs to realize that. He's appointed to a position of doing his job, and his job is preventing violence. He failed to do so last week. Don't take the credit when crime goes down, but push blame when crime gets out of control. If you're going to take the credit for public safety in the city, you take it during the sunny days of safety and you deal with it in the stormy weather of violence. Come up with a solution, not an excuse. That young girl that was shot was because he prevented to keep that gun off the street. The shootings that took place over the week was because he prevented to keep the guns off the street. We spend hundreds of millions of dollars to give our police department resources, and they need to use it in an adequate fashion, and stopping every person based on their ethnicity is not the adequate fashion. Terrorism is not only that which strikes our borders. Terrorism is people living in fear and terror within their own community, of people who wear blue jeans and use violence, and people who wear blue uniforms and use violence or misbehavior. That's the consistency. These organizations behind me have consistently stayed on the case of dealing with violence. So his comment that we are not doing enough was a hidden message that blacks are not doing enough.